Welcome to the Worst of the Riot podcast. Coming up, why Aaron Rodgers may soon have to choose between his football career and a political career.
Also, how to handle a work wife and more on the Worst of the Riot podcast.
You won't hear a show like this anywhere else. And that's probably for the best. The Worst of the Riot, Radio U.
Would you rather? It's Would You Rather Wednesday. This isn't the official Would You Rather question, but I'm asking you. Would you rather win a Super Bowl or be vice president?
Oh, win a Super Bowl.
Win a Super Bowl?
100%. You make way more money.
You think it's an easy choice?
You make way more money.
Oh, all you care about is money.
Yes. And everybody doesn't hate you. Actually, sorry. Half the country doesn't hate you.
Well, this is the difficult choice that is now put before Aaron Rodgers.
Well, it seems like an easy one for him.
Which one do you think he's going to choose?
Well, he's not winning a Super Bowl.
Uh-huh.
But
Wait. He's not winning a Super Bowl.
He's not winning a Super Bowl, but he is making way more money right now.
Mm-hmm.
Not even, just sitting on his couch. Last year, he didn't have to play.
That's true. But he's got an opportunity here. He has been approached, according to, this is the New York Times, and this is pretty robust reporting here that has confirmed that Aaron Rodgers has been approached by presidential candidate Robert F. Kennedy Jr. He had a campaign ad during the Super Bowl, so it makes sense. Aaron Rodgers as his running mate, vice president. Now, Aaron faces some stiff competition because apparently former Minnesota governor and former professional wrestler Jesse Ventura is also in the running. Seems like a two-horse race for who will campaign as vice president with Robert F. Kennedy Jr. this fall.
What a wild ask.
It is a wild ask.
Of all people to reach out to.
Uh-huh.
I mean, you knew that he was going to show some interest.
That's right. Aaron has, this is the quote, he is welcome to the overtures.
There is one thing I know about Aaron is every offseason, he likes to make you think he's not going to play football.
Uh-huh.
He likes to spend a little time for himself to decide if he's going to continue or not.
Mm-hmm.
That way, the franchise that he's a part of has big questions on their future.
Yeah.
Don't really know what to do in the draft.
Are you not allowed to play football and also run for vice president at the same time?
Doesn't seem like something that you could balance.
What better campaign for Robert F. Kennedy Jr. than Aaron Rodgers being out there slinging it every Sunday? And then all the news networks would have to say, vice presidential candidate Aaron Rodgers had a big day on Sunday, 4 touchdowns in their win over the Bills. That'd be great campaign. Free advertising.
I hope that he runs.
Yeah.
I am 100%. I'm totally fine with him running. This is like the most normal offseason news that has come out so far about Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
He's not on some weird drug.
Yeah.
He's not taking it as some weird conspiracy theory. And so this, for him, I feel like this is pretty low-key.
Why? I want to be careful what I say here, but I'm just going to say, why do you think Robert F. Kennedy Jr. approached him?
Why do I think he approached him?
Yeah.
Oh, to get his name in the news.
Oh, no, I mean, like, they're serious about this. I mean, the things that Aaron says, not all that different from the things Robert F. Kennedy Jr. says. So they are, Robert F. Kennedy, he's a serious candidate. Like in the polling,
he's not a serious candidate.
Can he really win? No, but he's like a lot of, I don't want to offend.
I'll offend people.
Yeah. He's
not serious.
But his ideas have gained a lot of traction because he's getting a decent amount of polling. Maybe that's just because people are upset about the other two people that are running.
A lot of Aaron Rodgers' ideas get a lot of attention too.
Yeah.
When we talk about him on the show, yesterday he believed in some sort of Wakanda society? Similar to Black Panther. I mean, we talk about a lot of the things he says, mainly because they're stupid.
Isaiah's not voting for RFK Jr., sounds like.
Nobody does it better. The Riot, Radio U.
I told you the Taco Bell was shutting down all of its dining rooms in an entire major U.S. city. Which city would you guess that would be in?
It seems like a big city.
Yeah.
Let's go with Chicago.
Chicago. That's a good guess. It's wrong. In the city of Oakland, Taco Bell is no longer going to have, it sounds like, the insides of their restaurants open. The drive-thru, still fine, but they're not going to have anybody allowed to eat in at Taco Bell's throughout the city of Oakland, California.
Is it just Taco Bell? Wendy's, McDonald's, Burger King?
Taco Bell's made the biggest headlines, but it was actually a recent headline as well that in the city of Oakland, In-N-Out closed their restaurant. It's the only In-N-Out, I believe, that's ever closed. And the reason they closed it is the same similar reasons that Taco Bell is closing their dining rooms, is because of the crime situation. They can't keep people under control. People that are like parking there or whatever, their cars are getting broken into, whatever. And so they just don't think that it's the safest thing they can do to keep these things open. And so now drive-through only when you're at Taco Bell.
Of all places to get your car broken into, a place that you're walking inside for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
It feels like from a Taco Bell, when you're ordering, you could look out and see your vehicle.
You would hope.
And see that it's being broken into.
But you just get so lost in the Nachos Bel Grande that everything else seems to fade away.
Like people's cars are really getting broken into that frequently when they walk inside the door. That's a wild statistic.
I think it's that, and then added into then you're like when crime is so high, you're increasing the odds of somebody coming in and like mugging the cashier. You're increasing the odds of people getting into fights in the dining room. So it's just a bunch of hassle that they can't afford to deal with, apparently.
Yeah, it feels as if Taco Bell closing the inside of their restaurants probably doesn't feel like a fix to Oakland's issue.
No, yeah. They're just doing what they can. I don't think this is going to... Wouldn't that be wild? Taco Bell's closed their dining room? Crime problem solved.
We're good.
Oakland, crime rate plummeted. As soon as the Taco Bells closed their dining rooms, it changed everything.
Where do they go next? At first, they were at Taco Bell and In-N-Out, apparently. Now, where are they headed to? Arby's? Is Arby's next?
Yeah, watch out, Arby's. The criminals are headed your way. That would be a big insult to injury, to be sitting in a Taco Bell. You just had your meal and you walk out to your car and it's been, somebody smashed the windows in and took your change.
A fast food restaurant's like a top 3 place that if my car got broken into, I'd be upset.
Yeah.
Never wanted to be a gas station because that's just too quick.
Yeah, how do they do that? Although I've seen the videos on TikTok where they like sneak up while you're pumping if you walk around the pump or whatever.
Or you go inside and go to the bathroom?
Yeah, and they just drive away. Yeah, you can't do. But yeah, Taco Bell will probably be a close second. Some would say that the Taco Bell drive-thru, sometimes it feels like you're just sitting in a parking lot. So, but at least you're with your car then.
Well, now the lines are going to be even longer.
That's right. You're going to be trapped.
You thought the wait was long before.
Yeah.
This is Radio U's Worst of the Riot.
Our defendant today, a Lincoln, Nebraska woman. Her name is Dawn Thompson, 45 years old. She is facing a felony theft charge. She's accused of stealing over $27,000 worth of gas. From a pump and pantry gas station location. You might be wondering, how could she have taken over $27,000 worth of gas? How did she accomplish this? Well, she found a glitch in the gas station pumps. She found that if you enter in your rewards card, it presents your rewards card on these pumps as a method of payment. If you have enough rewards, I guess. And she found, when it asks for your debit or credit card, she found that if you enter that first, you put in your rewards, and then when it prompts you again, you enter that again, and it would put it into demo mode and allow you to pump your gas for free. And so she did, and she pumped a lot of it. Over $27,000 worth. An estimated 7,413 gallons of gas she got for free.
That's unbelievable.
Unfathomable. Pump and pantry. How are they in business when they've given up so much free fuel to this woman? So now she is facing a felony theft charge for stealing so much gas.
And you got to think, How did she, over the course of 6 months, pump $27,000 worth of gas?
She must have been doing a lot of driving.
And you got to think she was just taking gas cans there, filling those up.
She must have a warehouse full of them.
She's just tons of gas.
Because there's no normal person, even if you drive a lot and you drive a Hummer or something, you wouldn't need 7,000 gallons of gas in 6 months, right?
I mean, 27.
That's over $1,000 of gas, or 1,000 gallons of gas per month. Nobody drives that much.
That's $4,500 a month on gas. Think about how much you spend a month on gas.
Yeah.
That's like 10x that.
I think if I had to guess, I feel like I fill up like once a week. Now, I don't drive that much compared to probably some other people, but I mean, what? I mean, less than $200 probably a month. So this woman, far and away exceeding that.
She was going every day. She was filling up gas cans. So for me, in this scenario, in the beginning, you're like, she kind of found a glitch.
Yeah.
But then you're like, but you went too far.
Yeah. Because I can get it. I can get it if the first time you figured this out, what are you going to do? You're going to pump for free. Any person. You're going to walk in and tell the gas station attendant, hey, I accidentally filled my tank for free. Probably
That's how morally good you are.
Yeah. Probably not. You're just going to, you're going to take that win. And then maybe you go back and you're like, well, let's see if it still works.
Look at you little thief.
And then it does. And then you're like, okay. And then maybe that pattern repeats for a few times. But that's just you filling up your own gas tank. That's one thing, and that's not going to amount.
That's one form of stealing.
Yes,
you know?
That's right. That's maybe not a felony. Maybe that's a misdemeanor. But that's not $27,000 in 6 months. This is a repeated pattern of behavior that is. She clearly, and like, what do you do with this gas? Nobody's gonna buy gas from you, right? You're not reselling it.
Oh, she was just stockpiling
for the rest of her life.
When they fix this glitch, she would have a bunch of gas, and you know that if she was willing to pump $27,000 worth of gas over a 6 month period, you know she told other people about this. You know she wasn't the only one. But
do you think so, or do you think she kept this under wraps because she's just like, if I tell somebody, that could have ruined the whole operation?
I think she had to have told someone, but you know what that person she told did? They didn't go crazy with it because we don't know who they are.
Yeah.
If you didn't pump $30,000 worth of gas in 6 months, you may be able to do this for a lifetime.
Yeah, I think, once or twice, maybe you let it slide, but you charge it to the game, as they say. But this $27,000 in 6 months, that's a criminal.
Switch texted and said maybe she had other people using her rewards card too, showed them how to do it. Maybe she has teenagers.
And now she's taking the fall.
Either way, it's wrong.
Yeah, either way. Guilty, we find on the Riot. It is the
Radio U's Worst of the Riot podcast.
We have Todd chiming in. He says, Phil from Modern Family and Joey from Friends.
I like that one.
Yeah? You think that would work?
I think that would work.
I've never seen Modern Family.
I love Modern Family. Phil could match with so many great characters. I had like 3 different ones. I had Joey's a good one. Michael Scott from The Office, another funny one.
Yeah.
Phil matches with a lot of people. I would love to see that character. He's one of my favorite sitcom characters ever. I would love to see him in multiple different ones.
You mentioned Michael from The Office. Crystal suggested that Michael from The Office would pair well with Kramer from Seinfeld, which is an absolute match in my mind. They would be bad for each other. They would just get into mischief. But it totally makes sense. She also thought Kramer might pair well with Phoebe from Friends. You buy that?
I buy it.
Talking about Friends, Regina says Barney from How I Met Your Mother and Joey from Friends, but they also might be mortal enemies because they'd be going after the same ladies.
I had a couple for Barney as well. Okay. Barney from How I Met Your Mother. I also had Barney with Charlie Sheen from 2.5 Men.
That feels like a good match, of course. And then we have Dave chiming in. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Will Smith. What's his name of the show?
Will.
Okay. And Zach from Saved by the Bell. That is, I will admit, those are a bit. I mean, obviously, I'm familiar with the shows, but
Yeah.
a bit before my time. I haven't watched much of either. But I'll take your word for it, Dave. Brian said he'd watch a show with Barney from How I Met Your Mother and Joey from Friends for sure. That does sound like a good crossover. I feel like they should do that more. Sometimes they try to spin off sitcoms. They should just try to combo them.
They've done that a couple times, mainly with The Simpsons.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and those aren't usually the best episodes. Did you have any more that jumped to your mind? Because I have one that I saw that is a great one.
See, one that I really liked, Monica and Claire.
Okay.
Monica from Friends, Claire Dunphy as well from Modern Family.
Modern Family.
They would either be best friends or worst enemies. They're both like that high stress. It sounds like a panic attack to me. The two of them paired together, but they are very similar characters.
That's what I'm wondering with some of these is like you put the similar characters together. Would they actually be friends, or would they be too much like too similar to where either they'd be just horrible for each other or they would fight?
Yeah, that's the tough part.
Yeah. The top one I came up with was Dwight from The Office and Ron from Parks and Rec.
Oh, that's a good one.
Wouldn't that be a good combo?
That'd be a hilarious combo.
Do you think Ron would get annoyed by Dwight?
Yes.
Yeah, maybe a little bit, but they still feel like they could. I don't know. And Ron might be too alpha for Dwight to deal with. I don't know, but I think I can definitely see it working because they seem to have similar interests in many ways.
100%.
I also had a question for you, similar to this. If you had to put together, if you were going on a golf outing. And so what, you normally golf, you do 4 people. So you and 3 sitcom characters. Who are you bringing?
I'm bringing, dang, that's so tough. Because I just want to pick my favorite 3.
Yeah.
Is what I want to do. But I also want to pick a good combo that would be funny.
Mm-hmm.
I'd love to bring Michael Scott. But if I'm bringing Michael Scott, then I have to bring Jim.
Okay.
Because I need Jim there to make fun of him.
Yeah. Michael would be a lot to handle on his own.
Yes, but he would be so funny.
Yeah.
He would be a horrible person to play with.
Yeah.
I
can't imagine him being
bad.
good at golf.
No, he's horrible.
Yeah.
But that's the best part. Breaking all of the rules.
Yeah. And then you wouldn't be the worst one in the group.
Precisely. And then if I had to pick a third, I'm always going Phil Dunphy. I think he's hilarious.
Yeah, that's a good choice. I think I like Larry from Curb Your Enthusiasm. I've been watching the new season of that. He'd be fun to hang out with. And Jim from The Office is a good choice as well. And then third choice, it's tough. It's a tough third choice. Maybe we'll just, I don't know. One of them can invite somebody.
Can't answer your own question.
Yeah, I can't. It's a tough question. The last thing is, isn't it crazy that what's the best sitcom going right now? All these ones we're talking about been off the air for years.
Yeah, these are some of the legendary ones.
Yeah.
Because the characters are so great, that's how it's easy to combo them. There's so much history.
That's right. But yeah, sitcoms, I mean, people still watch them now, but it's not the same as it used to be.
You won't hear a show like this anywhere else. And that's probably for the best. The worst of the Riot. Radio U.
Some people are questioning, would you rather have where your significant other has a work spouse, or would you rather that your significant other thinks, rightly or wrongly, that you have a work spouse? 8772 Radio U. Let us know your thoughts. Scott says, I want the work wife because I have control of the situation then.
There you go, Scott.
Yeah. Take life by the horns there, Scott. Regina says, if my husband was texting a lot with a gal from work, I would hate it. But I have a couple close work friends, one of which is a guy, and he shares quite a few traits with my husband. So I'd rather he think I have a work husband.
Everybody wants to be the one in control, it seems.
Yeah, so far, that's what we're getting. Isaiah, what are your thoughts? First of all, have you ever been on either side of this equation?
I have not, no, I've
You've
not.
never had a work wife?
I've never had a work wife.
You've
I've never had a work wife.
Been suspected of having a work wife?
Never even, no one's ever even claimed.
Nobody wants to be even work married to you.
No, seems not so.
Yeah.
My answer to this question, I feel as if I had the choice between either my gal E having a work husband or me having a work wife, I'm 100% picking myself.
You want her to be suspicious of you.
I want her to be suspicious of me.
Okay.
And I have a good reasoning for this.
Okay, yeah, what is it?
And I can make some people upset here. That's fine. My reasoning is...
You're a jealous person.
I am a jealous person, but women, so my work wife, they can be just friendly.
Okay.
Like many work wives are just friendly ladies.
Oh, yeah. I see where you're going with this.
Men, like if my galley had a work husband, men are not as commonly just friendly. Whether he's respecting your boundaries or not, I don't trust him. I want him far away. Is that so bad to say? I trust D, but at the same time, I don't want that guy lingering around. I don't want to have to worry about whatever his name is hanging out. I don't want to hear about him. It's going to make me upset.
All right. Well, we're different. Now, I have some firsthand experience with this.
Oh, do you? You've been people claim that you've had work wives in the past?
Not here at Radio U. When I worked at Panera, though, I worked with almost exclusively women. Now, most of that time, I was not in a relationship, I think. But, like, I had gals I was pretty close with there that may have been work wife. That's extreme. We are also I was very young. I'm not even old enough to have a work wife, but a work girlfriend that's not, like, a serious thing.
Possibly.
Now, flip side, Angela has definitely, she had a work husband. When we started going out. Now, but it was like, he was like way older than her. And she has always had more friends that are guys. I'm also a pretty chill guy. I'm not the jealous type. So but I hate having suspicions around me. So I am definitely going with, I think my life is going to be much more upsetting, much more difficult for me if my wife thinks I have a work wife than if she has a work husband, because I trust her. And based off of the relationships in the past, her work husbands, they've been fine. So now she works from home.
Hasn't bothered you.
But yeah, hasn't been a real red flag.
You don't like being in trouble, it sounds like.
I don't know.
I'm more used to being in trouble.
I hate conflict, and suspicions around me having a work wife feels like conflict to me.
It 100% would be conflict.
Yeah.
So you're going work husband, I'm going work wife.
Yeah.
Split 50-50.
This is Radio U's Worst of the Riot.
Story here that just shows the folly of man, Isaiah. I mean, specifically, the folly of men. Males. Sydney Sweeney, one of the hottest names in Hollywood right now. She's really having a big moment. Definitely considered one of the more attractive ladies in Hollywood at the moment. And for now several days, there has been purported leaked photos and videos, private stuff of actress Sydney Sweeney swirling around on Twitter, X. Problem is, that's a problem in itself. The problem is these links that people are clicking on they're not even of private stuff of her that's leaked. Instead, it's downloading malware onto people's devices.
Nice.
Onto guys' devices. They're being tempted. They're being drawn in by the promise of leaked private photos and videos of Sydney Sweeney. And what they're getting instead is malware. And I can confirm right now, this is crazy. This has gone on for several days. And right now, if you go onto Twitter, you type in the letter simply SY, the third thing that comes up in like the autofill in the Twitter search is Sydney Sweeney leaked. People are desperate for this.
Bad look here.
Dudes are desperate, and they keep falling victim to this. This is no good.
And this is another one of those times where you just cannot trust the internet.
Yeah.
People are out to get you.
Mm-hmm.
If you just keep yourself in a good place where you're not looking up leaks constantly.
Yeah, seriously. Get it together.
Pull yourself together.
Get it together.
It's getting embarrassing.
Yes. This is embarrassing. Guys are having to, like, I don't know how you get malware off of where do you go?
I don't even know what malware is. I just know it's bad.
Or do you just,
I don't want it.
if you accidentally get malware? Yeah, I don't know what it is either. When you get malware on your phone, do you have to, like, take it somewhere, or do you just, like, throw it in the ocean and get a new phone?
It's over. Like, what does that do?
Because how are you going to explain to somebody? They're going to ask, where'd you get it? You're going to confess?
No, you're not confessing.
I was looking up Sydney Sweeney leaks. You can't do that.
Then what are you saying?
You can't.
It must have been some weird thing.
I think I thought it was Wikipedia.
A bad link. It was a bad link in my email, I
was
think.
doing some research, and I was trying to write a paper.
I clicked on one of those ads. I didn't know.
That's right. You can't. Nobody's going to believe you. If you get malware on your thing and you're not like an old person, nobody's going to believe you. They know what you were doing something you shouldn't be doing.
Something wrong.
And
something dirty.
In this case, that wrong thing is looking up Sydney Sweeney leaks.
Skip that one, will you?
You can't do it. Hey, look, the urges are natural, but this is not the way to address them. This isn't it.
And you don't want the malware. I don't know what it does.
Yeah.
I don't know what malware does, but I assume it's bad. Messes up your phone.
Yeah.
Your laptop. Makes it hard to search after that. I don't know.
It's probably all glitchy, I imagine. Your screen might turn into a bunch of ones and zeros. I don't know. Whatever it is, you don't want it. Don't risk it. You shouldn't be looking this up. If somebody tells you, there's many reasons, and malware is only one of them, that you shouldn't. If it's a link that says Sydney Sweeney leaks, you don't click on it.
You know somebody's going to fall for that today. They're going to hear this break and they're still going to fall for it.
Several. And guys with wives and girlfriends. You can't think about how you're going to explain that. You cannot. Just stop it.
Oh, imagine
You've got
that.
to stop. You've got to stop.
Imagine that combo with Angela. Why is there all this malware on her computer?
Nobody. I'm telling you, nobody's going to believe you. Least of all your girlfriend or wife.
Thanks for watching the worst of the Riot. Since you made it this far, you might as well like, subscribe, and check out riot.radiou.com for even more Riot.